Hi everyone, it's Lori and I am the plant practitioner. Today I want to talk to you about this beautiful Calathea. This is a Burle Marx Calathea. Don't mind that I'm in my kitchen right now, but I just thought I had to talk about this and give you a little bit of information about this beautiful plant. So if you know anything about Calatheas, they can be very tricky plants. They're very beautiful. The leaves are very unique. This is has a darker underside than some of them. They all usually have kind of like a purplish underside, and that's actually for light purposes. It's supposed to help with that. They are a lower light plant. They can be very picky. Calatheas in general, they don't like a lot of fertilizer. In fact, that can cause a lot of crisping on the edges, and also they like really high humidity, so that's super important. But this is one of the ones that is actually one of the easiest ones that I have of Calatheas. I have a ton, and this is really funny. You probably think this is actually kind of gross, but this was in our shower. I have like a plant shower, and there's actually soap in here, so that's kind of a goofy thing, but it is what it is. So, but the crazy thing, let me set that to the side there. Oh my goodness. So the crazy thing about this is I actually had this was one plant. I have 9 of them now because I actually, how you propagate these is you basically split them. It's by division. And I had one plant and it was doing great forever, and then it started drooping all of a sudden after I watered it with something. I don't even know what it was. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to end up dying. I'm going to completely repot it and cut it up into sections. And I had I think it was like 8 or 9 different plants, and they went crazy. So this is actually one that doesn't look quite as good as some of the other ones that I have downstairs. This one, like I said, you could tell from the soap. That's kind of a goofy thing, but you can tell from the soap that I had it in my shower. Yes, so that's the proof. The proof is in the pudding, or the proof is in the soap, whatever. So just some things about this. If you are into Calatheas, like I said, these are lower light, and they will crisp really easily. That's one of the reasons why I like to put it in my shower, because Calatheas, they just have a tendency they really like their humidity, and if they don't get that, they will start to get brown and crisp and all that. The other thing is they do not like tap water. So if you have super hard water, you really need to, we use either rainwater, or I go and I actually buy it off of Amazon. There is this water conditioner. I think it's like Stress Coat water conditioner. It's used in fish tanks, and I just put a little bit in my water because we have heavily chlorinated water, and so you can definitely use that as a way to be able to stop some of the issues that you may come upon if you end up watering it with just regular tap water. So you can see here, and I'll show you this leaf here, that's what will happen sometimes if you either over fertilize or use tap water. So like I said, this is one of the easiest Calatheas to take care of. The Macchiana, however you want to say it, that's another easy one. But the Burle Marx, one of the things about Calatheas, if you're not familiar, in the nighttime, the leaves will all go upwards. So that's kind of a neat thing. Don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I probably could actually also, just thinking here, looking at this, I could probably divide some more so you can kind of see. I don't know if, hopefully I can help you see this. They have kind of like their own sections. So here's a section right here. And it wasn't this price, that's just another. And then I have like other sections here. They're kind of in clumps, and I technically could already even divide this, even though it was probably about a year ago that I divided into 9 different plants. What else can I say? It's a good idea every now and then. I don't do this, but you're supposed to flush them out if they're having problems. You can flush them out with some water if there's too many salts. Repotting, as far as the mixture, I usually just do cocoa coir and some perlite, and that's about it. Like I said, they can tolerate lower light. They also can get quite, they're kind of hard. I don't want to say that they won't have fruit rot, but you can water them a lot. I think that's just one of the things about them. You can water them quite a bit, and they'll do just fine. Even to the point where you feel like, I keep mine, like I said, in the shower, and so it's always exposed. Several of them are exposed to water all the time, and they're fine. I haven't had any issues with root rot. Obviously I take daily showers, so there hasn't been an issue. And this one has kind of been just tucked in the back, and it has taken some neglect, and it still looks really great. It even has that soap in there. That's so crazy. Other than that, trying to think of anything else. So low light, one of the easier Calatheas, high humidity. That's why I have this one but it will adjust. So I will tell you that it sometimes will adjust to a little bit lower humidity, but they really do thrive on higher humidity environments. Low fertilization, you could always do a flush if you needed to do that. As far as fertilizers for this, you could do like worm castings. I think that's something that's a natural fertilizer that you could do. It's just you buy them. I mean, they're a little bit more expensive on Amazon, so I don't know if I would necessarily buy them there. But if you go to your local plant store, you'll probably find a big bag for cheaper. Other than that, I highly recommend this one. Once again, this is Calathea Burle Marx, and it's just absolutely beautiful. One of the things that Calatheas in general are sometimes prone to is spider mites. I have noticed the ones that have darker leaves are not quite as prone, but it still can happen. This one, knock on wood somewhere, I have not had issues with spider mites, but that is probably one of the biggest things that you'll see with Calatheas in general, spider mites. So it's always a frustrating process, but this one doesn't seem to have too much of a problem with that. So, well, make sure to subscribe for more plant information. And I love plants and I want you to love them too. So hope you enjoy.